Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I am doing a pick a card all about why are you so fabulous. So this should be a really fun and lighthearted reading and I'm so glad you're here today. So kick back, get your snacks and goodies and cuddle up and we're going to enjoy some time discussing why you are so fabulous. I absolutely adore doing these readings. They are so fun and I just enjoy the good vibes. So I'm so glad you're here today. As you see before you, there are 4 cards. These are going to be your psychic linking objects. I'm going to be pulling as I go today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a little video clip where you can see each of these cards up close and also spend some time seeing which card you're drawn to. Now, if you are drawn to more than one group, there probably is going to be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical, bewitching baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group one, all of you that selected Paris. This is going to be your reading all about why are you so fab? Why are you so fabulous? Now, your song was Spandau Ballet. True? Yes, I think that's what it was. Yes. I just listened to it. I should know, right? But your auntie is, as always, highly medicated due to her lupus, so my tongue might be heavy, but hey, it is what it is. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I love this card. It's so dreamy, and with that song, I am a child of the 80s. Okay. So I am Gen X. And this song is just a dreamy song. It has a dreamy vibe. It's very calming to me as a Gen X person. So, and when I look at this, I feel dreamy. I feel like, because Paris to me is a place I'm probably never going to go. Okay, I'm probably just never going to go. So it kind of exists in a dream place. I also have like past lives from that area. So it kind of lives in a dreamy space. And some of my past lives are kind of like in that realm of like French culture and stuff, are like in they're the good ones. You know what I'm saying? So it was, I had some bad past, I had some tough past lives, but they were the good life. So it's very, I mean, to a degree, they turned. But anyway, that's beside the point. Anyway, so this card makes me really think about dreamy kind of energy. You might be a Pisces. I feel a lot of really powerful Neptune energy. So if you're not a Pisces, you may have some kind of really powerful aspect in your natal chart with Neptune. I'm not a Pisces, but I have a kind of weird talent triangle situation with Neptune. So it kind of feels like Pisces, but I don't have any Pisces. So sometimes that happens. We have balloons here, and when I see balloons like this, I feel happy. I feel hopeful. And I feel like this person here, I feel like somehow, like maybe going to the Eiffel Tower was like a dream, like it was a dream vacation, or they're fulfilling a dream by being, maybe they're like a model or into fashion or something like that. But it's just they feel fabulous standing there in front of the Eiffel Tower, holding all these balloons, like feeling so wonderful and vital. It's such a good feeling to connect with your energy. It takes me to such a dreamy, beautiful, sparkly, fluffy cloud place. And I love it. I absolutely love it. You are so, so fabulous. So let's find out from these cards. Okay, these cards as well. Okay, and these cards. All right. If I could get them. Okay. And these cards. Okay. Alrighty, we're going to start off with these cards here. I have a whole other table of cards, and I just let the guides tell me which cards they want me to pull, and there we go. So, all right. I feel bubbly, fluffy energy, but you're nobody's fool. You are nobody's fool. Like, you have this beautiful, dreamy, fluffy, like very vibrant energy that I absolutely adore. And, you know, for those of us like, and maybe you've been through a lot of trauma and have been able to maintain this. If so, you deserve like a super big trophy with flowers and a crown. Like you won a pageant or something. Not that I believe in pageants, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's really hard to maintain this kind of fluffy, wonderful dreaminess when you have been fucked over time and time again in life, you know. So that's definitely why you're fabulous, for sure. That's a very fabulous aspect to have, like, because I feel like people look towards you for this kind of beautiful energy you have. God, it feels so Pisces. Nightmares in the dark of night. Ooh, but there's power. Yeah, behind all the bubblegum. It's like the jawbreaker is underneath the gum. You know what I'm saying? Like it's reversed. Like usually inside the jawbreaker may be some gum, but first you get the gum and then you get the jawbreaker. Like uh when people need you, you're there. And you are tough as nails. You are unfuckwithable. You know, you are one of those people that you are very giving. You're very dreamy and you're very positive, and you'll take everyone to Paris if you have the money. Like you are very giving. But if you fuck with me, meaning you, we are going to go to war. Tell me more. Ooh, that one kind of like tousled out. We have threshold. Shall you dare? Ooh. Ah. Wow. You are surprising. You are surprising. Like that card just kind of like, I don't know if you saw it, but it kind of flipped the fuck out. Like, you're surprising. You surprise people. Your power surprises people. Your intensity surprises people. Like, underneath this dreamy, kind of fluffy energy, this positivity, there's also this power, this intensity. Wow. Okay. I feel like there's somebody watching this that watches, that's a follower. I feel like I feel like you're here, but I don't want to call you out. But if you know, you know. Your name begins with B, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay, we have air. Purify yourself. Dark path. Learning from your mistakes. That's what it is. You're at like peace with yourself. You're like at peace with the bullshit, and it's made you incredibly strong. And that's why you're so secure in being this bubbly, fluffy, dreamy, fabulous person. And I'm seeing something interesting. I'm seeing someone who is unafraid to like wear all like, I'm seeing someone wearing rainbows, like literal, like drawn like rainbows with clouds on each end of the rainbow print. And then like rainbow head, like a headpiece that's like bopping around, like head bopper things. And glasses with the rainbows. Like you are unafraid to be who you truly are. Quirky, weird, um, authentically joyful, and you are unafraid to shine because of all the massive shit you've been through. You've learned the big lesson in life, and it's a big one, okay? Because life is going to have shit in it. It's going to have tough times. It is. So you better learn to enjoy the good ones, and you better learn how to enjoy every day. Because every day, no matter how hard it is a fucking gift. Every moment you get that's good, that you can enjoy, that you can connect with, is a fucking blessing. And I think you have that. You got that. And that's why you come across so fluffy and so light and so dreamy, because you connect with that. And you're just like, I'm going to live my truth. And my truth is, I am this positive, fluffy person. Like, I want to be this person. I enjoy being this person. I enjoy being this vibrant person. Um, but don't fuck with me. Because if you fuck with me, I'm going to get the nunchucks out. And those have rainbows on the end too. I think you have a really good sense of humor. I think you have a really good sense of who you are. Let's pull from the Mood Oracle. I'll have to pre-screen these for you children, for you kiddos in Auntie Amy's tarot class, because you may not have permission to view some of these bits on these cards. They haven't been approved by the board at YouTube. All right, so here we go. They're hard to shuffle. It's a sassy, sassy deck, y'all. It's very sassy. It gets out of hand, but we love it. We love her. Okay. Okay, this one wants to come out. All right. Okay. Ooh, see, she just falls off the table just randomly. Okay, journal. Dear diary, I farted on a dick today. Okay, don't worry about your ma or dad finding it. Jesus is already judging you. Okay, let's get a couple more of these moody oracles, these sassy, sassy oracle cards. Dear diary, I farted on a dick today. I think you don't sweat the small stuff. I don't think you do. We have light worker. Oh, that's nice. Okay, be the light that attracts moths. I think you are. I think you have this light worker energy, even though you have this very like seriously, like this is some intense energy. I think your deeper energy actually is light energy. Like you work for the light. Everything you do is for the light. And that's interesting because people don't understand how people who have such intense energy, like shadow energy, work in shadow. You might actually be a shadow worker who works in the shadows, or your gifts may align with more like shadow energy. Okay. And some people don't understand how that can align with shadow work, how that works actually for ascension. Sometimes people don't make that connection. I don't think many people get it, but I do think your energy reads light worker. Okay, it's yeah. Let's get one more of these. This one right here wants to come out. Get some. Give me that dick. It's the only thing that will fit that face. Y'all, I think on top of all this fabulous energy, I think that I think people are like attracted to you. Like you're hot. I think all that that dreamy energy can be really super yummy to certain kinds of people. You know what I'm saying? Like they get it, and when they connect with it, it's just like they want to fall into it, right? Oh, these just came out. Okay, this is a starseed oracle. We have double mission lightworker starseed. Serve the world by being you. Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's why you're so fucking fabulous. That's why your energy is this energy people want to like fall into because you are so fucking fabulous. You just are. You're the light and you bravely like fight the shadow. And before you have ever been able to help anyone else fight their shadows, you know you've had to fight your own. I'm getting like visions of like a light warrior, kind of like how you would imagine, like literally, like armor and shit. Like wings, like angelic wings and things. Like it's very powerful. It's very profound. My hands are like buzzing and stuff. We have force, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like that's what you do among your friends. I think that's what you do generally in life. I feel like you're unafraid to be yourself, and just by you like being that rainbow wearing person, that bright light, I don't think a lot of you understand that doing that itself is braving and paving and being bold and making a way for others. Because so many of us, I'm Gen X, like I said before, like so many of us were not able to do that because it was tough, y'all. It was hard. A lot of us were traumatized. A lot of us were latchkey kids. We raised ourselves, literally. Don't come home till the lights are out on the corner kind of thing, drinking out of hoses outside. Like a lot of us were orphan children. So it was tough. So we just weren't able to, you know, break the mold kind of thing. We tried. A lot of us tried, but it didn't come out real well. If you saw the Gen X Woodstock, you kind of saw the our generation was just not really not we didn't have it together in a lot of ways. So and I feel like there was some of us are late bloomers. Some of us are late bloomers in this kind of game. We've been fighting and dealing with our shadow aspects and overcoming so we can now pave the way, make the way kind of thing. But it took a lifetime. It took many, many years. So wish I could have done it sooner. That's all I have to say. So I feel like now you just being who you are, it pushes back a lot of the oppressive energy that is there for other people to be who they are. And it doesn't matter in what area this is. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter if it's just you deciding, I want to start a business and I want to do this and nobody else is doing it. That's it. That's the path. You've braved it. And you've paved it. I keep saying braved it, but you've paved it. And I feel like you need to recognize that shit. You need to recognize how original you are. It's very important because it helps you understand your dance with the divine, your dance with the universe. Your level of fabulous is very high and it's very pure. It's very honest. It's worthy. You're worthy of your fabulousness. Okay. We have activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. You've learned to trust yourself. That's why you're able to be so fabulous. That's why you have the freedom to be who you truly are. Because you've learned to trust yourself. And that's a long journey for some people. Especially if you've had trauma or you've had repeated times in your life where you're your trust was betrayed, like your self-trust, like, you were married to somebody who cheated on you, or you kept being with, that's just an example. Like your trust kept being betrayed, like the choices you made led to you being betrayed over and over. You can start to feel like I can't make good decisions about my life. And it can take a while to get that back. So we have Star Family. You're a part of a team of souls. Call in support. Okay, I had to clear my throat, y'all. Um, I feel like you have a ton of spiritual support. Now, I'm going to get kind of weird, okay, because I feel like you guys are multidimensional. I feel like I don't like the label starseed because it has some really controversial um, connections and history, okay? But I do feel like you're very multidimensional, okay? And I feel like you have more support available to you than what you think you do. And it's very important that you kind of open up your awareness to that. And think quantumly. Start thinking about energy in a quantum way. I think it really, if you don't already, I feel like it really will open up new streams of consciousness, and it really will open up new paths for you to walk. Because I feel like this joyous, fabulous energy you have it for a reason, and it attracts people to you. So there's something that you're to use that for. And it really is for you to discern, because you are able to discern it. Okay. And I'm being pointed to this. Get some. Give me that dick. I'm being pointed to that. So I'm gonna pull on this card here, and we're gonna find out what this is about. I think there's caution. You need to be cautious, but let's see. Yeah, we have the Six of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Tower. Okay, I feel like I'm going to pull a couple more. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, getting them sprung. I have the Four of Swords. So I feel like there's just caution here. Just be very careful about who you let close to you, because people want your energy. They want more and more of your energy. And not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone deserves your time. And it will upset people when you asserting your strength and your boundaries. And this is just a friendly reminder from your local angels. That's what I'm getting. To assert your limits. Don't overgive of your energy. Rest and recover as you need. And, you have the attraction energy for a reason. And it's not just to expend needlessly. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean there are some people who will, suck the life out of you, so to speak. And it's not really for you to let that happen to you. You're to use this to be. There's something for you to do. It's almost like they don't want me to say, because they want you to discern this. And usually I'll say what I feel it is, but there's very much like no, this is for you to discern. That's part of your fabulousness. That's part of your power here. But it will piss people off. It will, as you grow more and more protective of your energy, because I feel like this discerning of this gift, this ability, and you start putting more energy into that, you'll find people get really pissed off that you're not giving them that energy anymore. And it will upset people, and you're just going to have to stay in your power, and you're going to have to honor your own physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. Part of having good boundaries is like spiritual hygiene. Okay, we have to start thinking about spiritual hygiene just like we think about physical and mental hygiene. Okay, and I feel like some of you guys may have some people around you who really take too much of your energy, and it's kind of time for you to kind of start pulling back a little bit, so you can start focusing on those things that you feel called to do. All right. Okay, group one, that's what I got for you. You are totally and just amazingly fabulous. And I truly enjoyed connecting with your energy. I hope you found this reading enjoyable and it resonated for you. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you, beautiful, magical baddies, on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected lips. This is going to be your reading all about why are you so fabulous? Why are you so fab? Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so this is beautiful. I love the lips here, obviously. I named this group the lips. And you have all these beautiful flowers. I got to tell you, I feel Cancer here. I feel Libra. I feel Taurus. I do feel like some Pisces here too. I felt Pisces in the first group really strongly. I feel some Sagittarius as well. Um, I feel some Gemini. That's just my first impression here. I get someone who I think you like to decorate. Like you're really good with aesthetic or decoration, or you collect things. Um, you there's something about you like nice things, you have nice things. I think you present yourself very well. Um, I feel like you may have your own aesthetic. You care about how you look, which no shame. Like I don't shame. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Some people call it vain. It's not vain to care about how you look. Um, I feel like there's, of course, all these cards I use have a lot of pink energy. That's kind of the pink theme. But I also feel a lot of unconditional love. I feel like you have a lot of unconditional love for people, um, even people you don't know. I feel like because I feel like this also is a setting that could be like at work, at church. It could be, you're surprising someone for their birthday. I think you're very giving. I think you really give a lot of yourself. Oops. Oops. She fell over. Well, that's not very fabulous. All right. Oh, you can't really see. Let me raise you up. There we go. Now you can see your picture. Okay. Now, I'm getting pinpointed to some cards right now. This deck. Okay. Let's do, this one. Okay. I get so excited when I hear the decks. This one. Okay. All right. And perhaps this one. Okay. All right. Let's start off with this one. I feel like your divine feminine energy is just really very giving. I feel like you're very protective, but there's an element here of just you don't just give. Okay, there is a classy element here. There is like a sophisticated element here. Like you're the kind of person, okay, you're the kind of person, if you have the funds, if you have the means, you give a gift beautifully wrapped. You give it beautifully in a beautiful way. Like you care about the delivery. And it's lovely. Like you care about gifts that you give. It's part of what makes you so fabulous, because a lot of people haven't experienced this. Like I'm one of those people. I haven't experienced a lot of like people being so giving to me. And it's wonderful. And I think the people that do the giving, like the unconditional giving, don't realize like how amazingly fabulous they are. Because a lot of people don't get that. It's a gift. It's very healing when you give so freely from yourself and you care so much about how you give, because the receiver many times, sometimes they don't realize it, and I understand that can be hard for you. I feel that, the frustration sometimes, but understand there are people who feel like the care you put into it and they're taken back by it. And sometimes you may not get a response, especially from air signs, maybe some earth signs. They may not like give you the response because they don't know how to respond. But believe me, they feel it. They feel it. We have, okay, I can't say this because I'm going to mess it up. The essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Beautiful. I just feel this energy of really, there's a freedom here. There's a freedom in your energy. There's a freedom in your fabulosity. Fabulosity. That's what the spirit is saying. You have fabulosity. You just have this. I feel like your energy at times can be very, what's the word? Catching, infectious, but in a really good way. We have Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Oh my gosh. How fucking beautiful. Like, how beautiful are you? Like, I seriously want to cry right now. I'm connecting with this essence of beauty within group 2. And I am struck. I am in awe of this. You are so amazingly beautiful because you are in service to people. And you like on a deeper level, these beautiful things you do, the beautiful way you present yourself. It really is like, I'm seeing like, maybe you had a past life as a nun or a saint or something. Well, we have Queen Esther here. I just see someone just giving, and just, it's like a sacred act of the heart. I feel someone who has a heart center that's very large and very giving. And here we have a halo. There's a halo here. It's a beautiful halo connected to source. Just beautiful. I feel your eyes. There's something about your eyes that's very piercing, pure, real. I feel like it's almost like you create these beautiful appearances, beautiful presentations of giving and being in service to help people feel comfortable, to help people feel okay. So that this is very deep. This is a very deep thing. Like this is a higher self thing. So that they will feel comfortable with you. So you can give. It's like in this lifetime, it's like you've manifested. My crown is like opening up. Like you manifested this life in order to be a deep giver, to heal people. The morning star. You might also be aligned with Lucifer. You know, the morning star. So I feel like you may have a lot of nice things. You may have like an amazing job. You may have all the beautiful fabulosity of life. You may not, but you may. No matter what it is, your appearance and the things you do endear people to you. And you're able to really get in there with people and your energy helps them heal. It's fucking amazing. It's so fab. It's so fab. You shine. You see the star here? Like you shine. You have this energy that is very pure and shiny. And you shine to people that are hurting. You know, I myself have been the receiver of acts of service from people. And I didn't realize at the time they were acts of service, but, you know, later I did. And I got to tell you, there were moments that just really made me believe that I could get to the next step in my own journey. Those people had no idea, like I was dealing with trying to get out of bed after being bedbound for 6 years. They didn't know that their like act of just generosity in a small moment would mean so much to me. Would mean that the next day when I tried to get up, I would think about that and it would give me enough vitality to say I can do this today. You know, it's so powerful. It's so, so powerful. You guys are fucking amazing. Joan of Arc, The warrior of light. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Oh, this is beautiful. You are a fighter for whatever your cause is. You stand up for what you believe. You stand up for the people in your life who you believe. And you do it with style and grace. You do it with a kind of a sophistication here. And I feel like when you're in the fight, you try to keep a sense of humor about it. I think you try to keep everything in check. I think you're very supportive of others. And you're not afraid. You're not afraid to fight for what you believe in or who you believe in. And I feel like you're the kind of person, when you believe something, it's to the bone. Like it's all the way. It's all the way. We're going to get 3 cards. This deck is upside down. So I'm going to get this card. Let's see. We have Quest, searching for my grail. We have signs. Messages are to be seen and heard. We have solitude, alone with myself. See, we have someone here who is unafraid to be alone. Totally and completely unafraid to be alone. Some of you guys are lone wolves. Lone wolves with giving hearts. So when you do these things for people, these tender moments of giving, it's real. It's a real moment. But you will stand alone. A lot of you do stand alone. God, that's powerful. Man, that's powerful when people stand by themselves. You know, not everyone can do that. There's a quote that I put on my community page. Being alone has a power of its own, like something like that. Being alone, being in solitude, living kind of a hermit life, which I live. You know, I don't see many people. I don't go out much. You know, it does change you. And you see the world differently than other people do. It also helps you hone in on your abilities with this grail. So I feel like, you know, you're on a quest in your life for something deeper. And it's part of this sparkle. It's part of this thing that you give to people. I feel like this giving that you do is not from a place of void or lack or need for validation. I feel like you validate yourself, which is fucking amazing. It's so fabulous when people validate themselves. I'm seeing like a lone rider, like a motorcycle with someone on it riding alone. It comes from a place of truly wanting to help people, like really devoting your life to kind of really helping people, but doing it in an unconventional way, doing it your way. And that's amazing. You know, not many people can do that. Not many people can step out on their own. You know, it's very powerful. And, you know, we go from this energy to the depth of your power, you know, but you like to have fun too. You know, we have that beautiful energy of enjoying life. You know, you just enjoy it differently than other people, I think. I think you see the world differently. You just see the world. And I feel like and you know, I'm getting this vibe from you. Like, the truth is, when you have had many years in solitude, whether you still are or not, for whatever circumstance it was, joy in life feels different because you've seen the truth of life. And the truth of life is harsh. Okay. So the moments of true joy are felt intensely, but you understand them differently because you still understand the truth of being here and what it is. So it's like, you know, they say some people are depressed because they're highly intelligent and they see the world for what it is. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Like, you see the world for what it is, and you just want to help people not suffer. If you can ease people's suffering here in the world, that's what you want to do. And there's like a lone wolf kind of energy about that. And that's why, you're so giving and you're so colorful with your giving. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I do believe I can can I show these? Is everything covered? Sort of, kind of, not really. Okay. We have the Queen. Oh, it's the Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, this is the Four of Pentacles right here. And I can't show that one. And we have the Queen of Wands. I think the Queen of Wands. Oh, we might have bouquets up there. And this is the Queen of Wands. And I feel like the Queen of Wands is like the sexiest, a feminine energy that is very sexy, charismatic, on fire, inspired. And I feel like people see you as this. They see you as infectious, charismatic, this energy they want to be around. There's a crown here. Like, I feel like it's almost like people project this image on you, like, and it feels kind of weird. Maybe people put you on a pedestal, but you don't put yourself on a pedestal. I think people see maybe what you do for them. Perhaps that's what this is. Perhaps it is the fact that you are so gifted. Some of you are so gifted, but it feels like they tend to put you on a pedestal. Sometimes they get a little obsessive about you too. And I feel like perhaps this is why you retreat so much, or you just naturally retreat and you create mystery around you. But I feel like your personality is very kind of like Queen of Wands, you are inspiring. You are charismatic. You can be, it's almost like someone who is, and I use this a lot, but it's the best. You're probably not an INFP, but it's a personality type that I can kind of use to explain. Like, INFPs often have to, I'm an INFP, so they often have to kind of like pull back from people to recharge. They're like a fairy tale type personality, and they tend to get overwhelmed, like, around a lot of people. So being a lone wolf would be kind of natural. Being kind of a hermit would be kind of natural for you. You may not feel like you're being weird or anything. You may not really let people in your house often, but when you do, it's like this. Or you do let people in your house at certain times, but it's always a beautiful situation. It's a party or something like that. But I feel like you're very giving to people. And I gotta say, you need to be more giving to yourself. And you need to, and I'm talking to you as someone who has, this lone wolf kind of energy myself, okay? You need to allow people to get closer to you. It will help you expand in ways that you don't see, okay? Because I feel like for a lot of you, this Queen of Wands energy hasn't been fully like activated, because there's a holding back of the energy with the Four of Pentacles. There's like a holding back of it. It's like, it's almost like you're not wanting to walk into a glow up, or you're not wanting to walk into your phoenixing experience. It's like you're ready. Some of you guys are ready to fly, but you're holding back. Okay, you're holding on. Perhaps you're ready to move on from being in this kind of like isolated state to allowing people into your life, and you're just not really ready. Or there's something about being seen, or something like that, and you're holding back. There's something you're holding back from, and Spirit wants to talk about it. Okay, can't show you that one. The Witch of Cups. Well, I can, but I've got to cover it up. the Witch of Cups, okay? And we have the Three of Pentacles. I think this one is, no, gotta cover that up. The Three of Pentacles here. Okay. I gotta tell you, um, it feels like if you will walk into this, go with the flow. Okay, go with the flow of the energy that's coming towards you, group two. Because your fabulousness is really going to, I'm really honing in on this Witch of Cups card. It's pretty amazing. This is the Goddess of Love deck, and it is amazing. I highly recommend it. There's so much on every card. Um, and she has a rose as her head, this Witch of Cups. And there's a giant cup here, and I feel like it's like I kind of am getting upset about it. I kind of want to cry because I feel like you're denying yourself a wish fulfillment. You're denying yourself a better life. You're denying yourself a lot, and you're continuing to give. Give of yourself on some level here, but there is more for you. There's more for you. It's like the universe, spirits, whatever you work with, they want to give you more, okay? Because we have the Three and Four of Pentacles here. They're wanting to advance you. They're wanting to move you forward. And it's like, I know that listen, you're talking to me, okay? I've been socially distant since 2012, yeah. So I get it, but the time for that is coming to an end. And you are fabulous. You are fucking amazing. You have your own, you are a vibe. You are your own vibe. And for people to really get you, they're going to have to tune into your frequency. Like you are your own vibe. It's beautiful. I got a few more cards here. We have the 3, 4, 5 of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess, the Star, and the Crown of Pentacles. Okay, so I'll show you the 5 of Pentacles. I think I can show this one. Yeah. The 5 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. It's absolutely gorgeous. These cards are so beautiful. The High Priestess. We have Isis and the Moon. Beautiful. We have the Star, which I have to cover up. It is Lilith. Some people say it's Ashtar. Either way, it's beautiful. And then we have the Crown of Pentacles. I got to tell you guys, some of you guys have an awesome rack. I can't show that. It's the Venus of Windor or Windorf. Okay. Some of you guys have an amazing like chesticles. Okay. Boobage. All right. And it's bewitching to some people. Okay. There's some, also on Lilith's card, I'm calling the Star Lilith's card. She's full like, body, hair, and all. And I feel like there's a primal energy coming forward for you. I feel like there is like a lot of sexy energy here. There's a lot of sexuality here. There's a lot of sensuality here. And I feel like it's time for you to kind of step into the vessel more. And connect with it. I feel like your next level of fabulosity, is that even a word? I think it's really going to take you to levels that you cannot see. You have this High Priestess energy coming in, and I feel this energy of with all these pentacles, this heavy energy of resistance. I feel like it's around money. It's around like you're afraid that the money is not going to be there, or you're not going to have enough money and resources. And I feel like you need to break this down, whatever this calling is. I know this is like a side message that happens, but whatever this is, you need to break it down and think about the things you can do right now that aren't a lot of money, you know? instead of being overwhelmed by things. A lot of this is what I'm feeling is it's time for you to kind of like do some acceptance of self. I feel like you've done a lot of spiritual stuff. I feel like the hermit experience really is about self reflection and getting into your gifts and abilities and things like that. I think you've done that. I think a lot of your issues have to do with like the vessel itself. And baby, once you accept the vessel, once you work with the vessel, once you get joyful with the vessel, I think the next level for you is going to be so powerful. It's going to be so fabulous for you. I feel like you're going to be able, some of you guys, I feel like you're saying, I don't feel fabulous. You can't feel the fabulosity of yourself because there is a disconnection within the vessel. And listen, you can be in the moment all you want with your meditation, but if you are disconnected from the sensuality of being in the human vessel, you'll never really be in the moment. You'll never really feel what it is like to be human. Okay, I understand this because due to my own situations in life, I was very disconnected from the vessel because when you're in pain, you learn to kind of disassociate from it to a degree. Okay, so I had to kind of reconnect to the vessel. And I'm going to tell you, my fabulous group 2, some of this wonderful energy that you've been giving to people so freely, these beautiful gifts, these beautiful parties, these beautiful moments you give to people, this fabulous look you've been giving to people, you need to give some of that sweetness to yourself, like deep. I'm not just talking about a pair of new jeans. I'm talking about like deep, the things you really need. The things you really need. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. The things you really need. The meaningful things that you do for other people. Do those for yourself. It's time for you to get into your sensuality. So, I'm not saying, for you to do anything like dramatic, okay? It's time for you to sit down. Think of the most decadent, luscious thing you could eat. Okay, for some of you, it might be like lobster. For some of you, it might be cheesecake. For some of you, it might be a cupcake. For some of you guys, it might be like a casserole your mom used to make. Whatever it is, get it. Get it. Make it a ritual. Make it a moment. Sit down with the intention of enjoying each and every bite. Take a moment. You can even dedicate that to a goddess, a god form, a spirit, and put a portion out for them, for your ancestors, and sit and eat it with them. I love goddess. A goddess of beauty would be great to do this with, and give them a portion, and it will really help you with the intention of, I want to enjoy this. Help me feel this. I want to feel the chocolate. I'm just using chocolate as an example. I want to feel the thickness, the oil, the oils and the sweetness on my tongue with this chocolate. And as it goes down my throat, I want to feel how it coats my throat. I want to feel the richness of the chocolate. Take it in, the cheesecake or whatever it is. Okay, I would say donuts because I love donuts, but whatever it is. When you want to feel your skin, go outside on a windy day with the intention of, I want to feel the wind on my skin. What does that feel like? I want to feel sunlight on my skin. What does that feel like? Intentionally connect with the things in your environment. That's the first thing you do. There are meditations that you sit and you connect with. What are the noises in your room? Think about the noise in your room. Is there any noise? What are you sitting on? What does it feel like to sit there? Those kind of meditations can be really helpful for getting you in the vessel, okay? It will also help you see like pathways of ways to help you feel more confident in your vessel and in your presentation. It will also help you see ways in which you may need more healing in order to step into this powerful phoenixing experience that many of you are having. Your fabulosity is only going to grow. You have the star energy, and the star energy is, It's bright, it's a star, but it's also hopeful. It's giving, it's powerful, it's attractive. People love it. You know, my chair just shook weird. It was weird. Um, People love it. You know, they want more of it. And um, also, as people come towards you, it can make you become more insecure. So you might start to see more of your own issues. So it's good that before, you know, you go into this phoenixing experience and you know, you set yourself on fire, you self-immolate or whatever, where people start to see you rise and see you fly on fire. You know, it's good to have a good base with yourself, right? And you are amazing. You are such a gift to people. And I feel like many of you aren't able to see how fabulous you are because you're so busy giving to other people. But when you're in these moments of aloneness, no matter how good you look on the outside, you may not feel your fabulosity inside. And I think a lot of that's coming from the separation that you have with the vessel. And I know this is hard. I absolutely know how hard this is because once you start connecting, there can be awarenesses. And if you come to awarenesses, please seek help. That's what professionals are for. All right. I'm just a woman with a gift sharing it with you. Okay. All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful and I hope this was an enjoyable reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical, bewitching baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Gucci. This is going to be your reading all about why are you so fabulous. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So I'm getting, it's Gucci. Now, your song was Destination Unknown by the Missing Persons. And I love that song. It's very Gen X. So, but I get a real like rebel feeling, like someone who goes against the grain kind of feeling. It's awesome. It's an awesome energy. It's what makes you so fabulous. Like you are unafraid to take shit on. And you do it in such a way like with style and grace. And I've picked up on that a lot today. I do think you have your own way of expressing yourself. This wants to come out. We have discipline. Yeah, I think you have your own way of expressing yourself. I think, what's this card? We have cycles. I think when it comes to yourself, like taking care of yourself. I'm sorry, I got distracted there. I had something on my table. I think when it comes to the things you believe in, I think you're very self-disciplined. I think you have a lot of power. I think you're also very like rebellious, which is interesting with this discipline card. And I think it has to do with like your focus. When you focus on things, it's extremely intense. You may have hyper focus, like you hyper focus on things. And you do know that things come in cycles. I'm also getting like you are fabulous. You are unusual because you have like a hidden wisdom to you. Like you're very wise. And it's almost like I get it's Gucci. It's all going to be okay. It's like, you know, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to work out somehow, some way. Everything always works out. We have, what does that say? Mischief. And there's the personality. There's a fabulous personality. Like, you don't mind, like, being a little rebellious. You don't mind stirring up some trouble. Trouble sometimes is good. We need a little chaos in our lives every now and then. And you're like, bring it on. I'm seeing someone like in a field, like it's a vision of someone in a field. It's a masculine energy in a field. You don't have to be a masculine energy. That's just what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing like a tornado coming towards them. And it's tearing up shit. Okay. It's leveling shit. And you're just like, come on, come on. And there's a tree. It's like a tree of wisdom there. And it's like the storm goes away when it comes to you. Because it's like your faith is so strong. You can move storms. You can move mountains. And I feel like you have a kind of wisdom. You have a kind of, you may be psychic. You may have a good sense of like a gut. You may be highly empathic, but you've learned to trust the cycles of your life. You've learned to trust your instincts. And you understand that chaos and mischief are part of life. And you can be ornery. You could be an ornery cuss sometimes, and that's all right. We need ornery cusses sometimes. I think you're funny. I think you've learned that sense of humor. Oh, this wants to flip. Sense of humor is important. We have synergy here. Chimera, however you pronounce it. I think you are a melody of many things. You may be a musician, or you may sing, or there may be something about your voice, because I said melody. There may be something about music here with you. I feel like you're fabulous because you're so fucking fascinating. You're interesting. You have an interesting energy. Like, I want to know more. You may have a lot of hobbies or a lot of interests. You may easily pick up new interests. But I feel like with the discipline card, I feel like you focus. Like, your focus on things is intense. It's also incredibly hot, by the way. You're going to get some naughty tea cards. I didn't pull those for the first two. I wasn't drawn to. But for you, honey, it's Gucci. It's so Gucci. This intensity is hot. Okay, it makes you fabulous. And lusty. I feel lusty. I don't use that term often. Lusty. There's some lusty energy here. Tell me about it. We want to know. Tell me about it, stud. Isn't that that's from what's that show? That movie. If you remember what that is, drop it below. Okay, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, on the prowl, hunting you down, energetically, physically tracking you, sniffing you out. Oh my. This card, okay, I'm going to tell you this little story. Okay, so settle in. This is a little story. Okay, I was in the Walmart, and I was on the candy aisle because it was a time where I was feeding my inner child a lot of candy. Okay, and I had some odd person sniff my hair. Openly sniff my hair on that aisle. The candy aisle in Walmart is unusual. Okay, so it was weird. Okay, it was strange, and it absolutely sniffed my hair. Absolutely, 110,000%. It was strange. It was odd. So I feel like people like your perfume or your scent here. Also, maybe something about your hair scent. Listen, whatever, okay? Don't judge me, okay? It's just what I got, okay? Like, I've been actively hair sniffed, all right? So I felt really weird about it too. I felt violated. I know that seems maybe a little, you might laugh at me, but it was weird. It was weird, okay? I just, if you have that fetish, more power to you. Just like, it should be consenting is all, right? It was strange. It was a strange experience. Anyway, let's get another card. So, I also feel like people, like, you're so fabulous that people want to know more about you. Like, they search for you. If you have an online platform, like, you meet them in life, they definitely search for you online, like your Facebook, your Instagram. They want to know more about you. They want to be in your energy because it's interesting. There's something fascinating about you. Some of y'all, like, I'm seeing, like, like taxidermy, like bugs, or like certain kinds of hats, like special hats and things. You guys might have interesting hobbies that fascinate people too. Okay, we have work affair. I can't concentrate knowing you're around. So even at work, people think you're hot. Your brain is hot. There's a name for this. People who are attracted to people's brains. It's like sapio something. I think I may be wrong. Anyway, like people are attracted to like people's intelligence, and I feel like you may have some of that going on. People attracted to your interesting brain. We have be loved. I want to be loved by you. Oh. You may have this very like femme fatale kind of, it doesn't matter what your gender is. You have like this mysterious kind of aura, like femme fatale, like bad boy. I don't like that, but I don't like labels, but this is how I'm trying to explain it. And people want to dive in. They want to dive in straight into that. Yes, they do. It's so fabulous. It's lusty. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Booty. It's that ass. Bootylicious ass forever. And then we have good girl, innocent look. I didn't think you were a freak. Oh, some people think you're freaky. And if you are, hey, do you. No judgment here. All right. And this is about to get 18 plus, so we can't do that. That's not what this reading's for. But people definitely have very interesting thoughts about you. Some of you guys have very interesting hobbies that may include all kinds of different implements, okay, of the adult variety. And that's all I'm going to say about it, okay? Just leave that at your own discretion. All right, let's get some cards here. We're going to pull from the Goddess of Love deck, and I probably can't show you hardly any of these cards because they have boobies on them. A couple cards flipped out. We're not going to take reversals. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Oh. Okay, so I feel like to a lot of people, instantly I feel this energy of like, I want it, but I can't have it. Like you're the ungettable get to some people. Ooh, my. How fabulous is that? Ooh, you're the ungettable get. Ah, ooh, that's hot. That makes people want to hunt you down on the internet or in real life. You know, like at work. I can feel this. Like you're tantalizing. And I don't use that word often. I don't know where that came from. You're tantalizing. You may be a little bit of a tease. You might be like a Libra who just talks to people and people think you're flirting. You may just be a natural flirt. It's okay. I'm a Libra. So, you know, it's just, you're just communicating. Like there's this thought of like this lusciousness with group 2, like fabulosity, which I had in group 2. The group 3. But I had the fabulosity in group 2 and I feel it here in group 3. We have, side boobies. We have Kali, death. There is something showing here, so I'll have to cover that. We have death here. Pluto. Ooh, that Pluto Scorpio energy. We have the Six of Cups, side boob. Okay. Then we have Queen of Pentacles. Oh, beautiful. There might be some stuff, so here you go. Okay, so you have this very mysterious energy. Part of it is some of you guys have some interesting hobbies, okay? Also the way you look. Like there's something about the way you look that's very mysterious. Also very transformative. Your energy is like tantalizing, irresistible, and you have a presence that is extremely strong. This Kali energy, this death energy is very strong. The Queen of Pentacles is an independent queen. Like, don't fuck with her. She can take care of her own shit. She doesn't need to be pandered to. It takes a lot to impress you, I think. I think it takes a lot to kind of like get your attention. I think people think like this, like labels might impress you, money might impress you. They think things impress you, but you're actually extremely deep. You're a very deep person. You may have labels and things like that, and there's no shame in your game. You're fabulous. You're fucking fabulous. You look fabulous. You are fabulous. You may not be that way all the time, but I'm saying. But the truth is, you are fucking deep. And that's why people feel this tantalizing energy, like temptation, temptress energy. And it doesn't mean gender. Okay, it's just an energy. Like they want it, but they don't think they can have it. And it's almost like it's a protection for you because you're very deep and I think you're very tender-hearted underneath all of this fabulosity and discipline. Underneath all this strength, I think there is a very tender-hearted person who loves extremely deeply. And it's like your heart is a very soft place. You're like a soft, squishy teddy bear donut. Because I love donuts. Anyway, and I think you protect that part of yourself because or you may feel it's your weakest place, but it's actually your greatest strength. Your capacity to love is transformative. Your capacity to love people is healing. Your love is healing. You heal people with the way you love them. And it's extremely beautiful. And I don't think you realize that. Like, you may really put yourself together well, sometimes, maybe not all the time. Um, there may be a lot going on materially, maybe not. But beyond all this outer shit is a depth. It's like you are a deep well. And I feel Scorpio heavy here. Like I feel the intensity of Scorpio. I feel Scorpio Venus really intensely. I'm a Scorpio Venus. I guess that's why I'm feeling it. And Scorpio Venus is Venus in detriment. Okay, it is like you require the depth of soul to connect with somebody. You may not be a Scorpio Venus, but that's what I'm feeling here. You may also be like another water sign in Venus, but like Pisces or Cancer. There may be something very unusual about your Venus, because I feel like your love is transformative. And you know this. And the people you have allowed into this heart space, a lot of times they are healed by you in some kind of way, but you walk away with a scar. And so you're no longer going to be scarred by this depth of love you give. You are going to protect yourself. And so that's what this tempting energy is now, because you're growing in your fabulousness. You may be heading towards another glow up with the death here, the Six of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, becoming stronger, becoming more profoundly in an embrace of your own self-empowerment, like walking into it. Like I literally see a form of Callie here, but she's in blue. Okay, so she's the blue Callie, not the red Callie. And she has her head. And she is embracing fire. She's embracing the pyre and becoming more of her true essence. She's being reduced to ashes. Like there's a phoenixing experience happening. And I felt that for group 2. You might be drawn to group 2. I believe it might have been group 1. Anyway. So I feel like this healing experience happening that's going to propel you into a more independent state where this tempting energy, temptation, temptress kind of energy may continue because you're going to grow in your fabulousness. You're going to grow in this powerful essence. And people are going to be more and more drawn to you. And some of those people you're going to want to let into this heart space. And this change in self-awareness is going to allow you to let people in. It's going to allow you to add a layer, a buffer, if you will, a filter, if you will, of discernment to know who can get a little closer. It's almost like I'm seeing your heart chakra. Well, I am seeing your heart chakra. And I'm seeing like the center. We'll take a card here. I'm seeing like this is your heart chakra. Okay? And this has been your protection, all right? And what I see is like the protection kind of being removed here, and there's like a filter now, and you're able, like this hand is the filter, and you're able to filter in between like the fingers here. You're able to filter through people and situations that that I just saw the card I pulled. Filter in the situations that are good for you, that you want to experience. And I feel like you will make conscious choices about the experiences you want to have. In fact, you may have someone coming in that wants to do this. If you don't already have somebody, you may be having somebody. I feel like there'll be more physical like expressions of self, more powerful. You may become more physically intimidating to people by your physical presence. And of course, that's so fabulous. You know, like walking in like a powerful outfit, you know, and feeling your presence. The outside matching the inside can be such a power move. You know, it really, really can. And people often make people feel ashamed for like caring about their appearance. And that's not right. You know, we're in a physical vessel. We're here to experience being human. And one of those things is how we adorn our bodies, right? So don't feel any shame about changing like the way you look so you feel better about who you are. You know, you feel more alive or more connected, like you are actually walking in your authentic self, okay? Because you're fabulous and you know how you want to express that in the world. You're fully aware, okay? All right, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful and an enjoyable reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical, bewitching baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 4, all of you that selected cake, this is going to be your reading all about why are you so fabulous? Why are you so fab? Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So your song was Adam Ant's Goody Two Shoes. All the songs were from the 80s. I did 80s flashback songs, and I got to tell you, this card feels very Marie Antoinette to me. And I love that kind of vibe. I love the remake of Romeo and Juliet, the one with oh God, I can't remember his name. It's the one they did like in the 90s where they had the revolvers and stuff. I love that movie. It's so dreamy. Okay. And group 1 felt kind of dreamy. You guys feel kind of dreamy, but in a different way. I feel like this is a buffet of like cake. Ooh, yummy. Sign me up. I love cake. I love cake and donuts. Sign me up. I feel like you're a buffet. That's what makes you so fabulous. You're like a buffet. There's so much to you. There's so much richness and sweetness here. Let me see if I can fix this so you guys don't get a glare. There we go. Okay, so let's get into the cards. I'm going to start off with some kind of controversial cards that may have some unexpected nudity in them, so I have to filter them for my class. For my YouTube viewers, because you may not be able to see them. All right. It's the Mood Oracle. It's a sassy deck. She's very sassy. Okay. All right. Give me some cards here on my beautiful group for the illustrious Marie Antoinette group. Tell me about this. Okay, love and light. I love this meme. It's one of my favorites. We have creativity. Your soul is trying to say shit. It's funny. This is a picture of a Ferris wheel on fire. And here's a fire. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is such a sassy deck. She's just going everywhere. She's going everywhere all over the table. Okay, let's see. Let me see the bottom in this one. We're going to get a few from this deck. Okay. We have connected to the universe with shroom tea. We have career change. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm out. Sorry, my throat chakra was all verklempt. That's from Saturday Night Live. Anyway, let's pull some more cards here. I feel like you like to enjoy life. There's something about you that seems like you enjoy good food and good times, okay? And people love being around that. You may be a Taurus. Tauruses are really good at enjoying life, you know. You could also be like a Capricorn or Virgo, but Tauruses really know how to enjoy life, you know. I feel like you're very creative, and I think through your creativity there's a lot of like spiritual energy. You may imbibe natural substances. And I feel like when it comes to career, it's almost like what matters to you is like your creativity. Okay, your creativity. And your spirituality can be chaotic at times, and that's okay because chaos is, you know, the birth of creativity. Like that's where creativity really comes from a lot of chaos. But I do feel like this laid back vibe, like very laid back. I'm going to tell you, I feel like you're the person that people like to go to parties with. Like they feel like around you is always a party. It's always a good time. I think you help people have a good time. You may be like a musician or something. I got that in another group too. You may be an like entertainer. You may be a Leo. Your friends might find you entertaining. People might find you entertaining and they like to be around you. We have the mother of believers. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Okay. We have Diana, queen of the wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Okay, I get the nature vibe right there. Like they're very connected to nature, a child of nature. The red lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Ooh. But you're intense. You can be very intense. You're passionate. I get passion. Passionate, funneled into creativity, spirituality, and the things that are important to you. Okay, some of you guys are abundant. You're abundant because you're creative. Okay, that's where your abundance either is or is coming from. Okay, and so like the things you do for money right now really don't matter to you that much. It's just to put food on the table. You also are fabulous because I feel like you take no shit. Like if shit's going down and it's bullshit, you're just like, I'm out of here. I know the universe will provide me another way. I know the universe will make good. Because I feel like you have, I'm getting like an indomitable spirit. You don't know how to quit. Leo energy. Some Libra too. I'm getting, like the energy of someone who like knows how to be a leader, but is not like an old-fashioned leader. It's someone who leads with consensus. It's like everyone is behind the leader. Everyone, and you know, Leos, and you may not be a Leo, you just may have this energy, okay? You may have some kind of aspects with the sun that are powerful in your natal chart, but often people make Leo the leader. It's just, they always look at Leo and say, you're the leader. No one really wants to do this. And Leo's like, well, I don't want to do it. And they're like, well, It's going to be you. You're going to be the leader. So Leo takes on the role. And I kind of feel this here. Like you just have the energy of like, I can do this, whatever it is, I can do it. And people trust you and you just go and you just do it. And you're just like, I don't know how I did it, but I did it, you know? Um, you are very loyal as well. There's a loyalty here. There's a fierceness, like don't fuck with me because I fuck back kind of energy. Like we can have this buffet, we can have this party, we can enjoy the natural natural amenities of life, be powerfully creative. You know what I'm seeing? I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. Now, this may be symbolic, okay? May not be literal, all right? But I see someone who would be very happy in a situation where they could go to a creative space, they could imbibe, okay? And they could be with some other people who are like them and be creative, whether it's play music or do art or write or whatever it is. Like someone who could be very happy in like a creative type space. And it's interesting because I feel some Sagittarius creeping in here as well. Let's see what card came out. We have the Eight of Swords. I will say that out of all my groups, there's something about your energy that can feel unapproachable at times. Like you're a lot of fun. You know how to show people a good time. You can be very entertaining, but to some people, you seem unapproachable. Oops. I pulled on the, sorry, I pulled on the camera. For some people, you can seem very unapproachable. And they quite don't know how to approach you. So it really does kind of take you out of the realm of being able to like connect with some people because they think you're so fabulous. Like it's intimidation. We have the Magician here. And it's part of this very strong energy of like, no one's going to fuck me over. Okay? No one. Not one motherfucking person is going to fuck me over. Okay? And I'll do what I have to. And you're strong enough to do it. I think you carried a lot of burdens for people. I think you have made a way with the Magician card and the Eight of Swords. I think you've made a way when there was no way. There was absolutely no fucking way. And I think people see that and it's very impressive and it's also very intimidating because they know they couldn't do it. It's like, how did the fuck did they I'm sorry, my tongue's heavy, y'all. How the fuck did they do that? How were they able to make that happen? No one could have done that. You do, some of you guys do impossible things. You're able to do impossible things. And it's impressive. It's impressive. And it's not just like your artistic gifts. I'm talking about feats in your life that were impossible. We have the Knight of Swords here and the Page of Pentacles. And what I feel here is like a lot of you have this energy where you're like, and this is intuitive. I feel like you run from attention with these two cards here. You run from being seen. And I feel like you catch people's eye. You can't help it. And it's just your natural, like you are gregarious. You are charming. You are enchanting. And people can't help but watch you. But there are times you're just like, I don't want attention. Like I want to be left alone. And you give off this energy of like, leave me alone kind of thing. And people find you like unapproachable, which is on purpose. It's on purpose, right? Like you can control this. You can control when to come, maybe this is something you're moving into. Some of you guys where you can control like when you're open, when you're not to people. Maybe this is a skill you're developing because you're going to have more attention coming towards you. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands. 7 and 8 of Wands. So I feel like for you, there's something coming in. You're in step for something with a lot of energy. Okay? Yeah. And see her eyes here. Like being seen, being noticed. I feel like people can't help but notice you. I feel like there's something here you're doing, you're presenting. I mean, look at this buffet. It's so yummy. It's like, don't you want to dive into it? If you're not a sweet person, probably not. But like, if it's for you, it's for you. And I feel that here. I feel like if you vibe with me, then you're gonna want this. Like, this is something you're gonna want. You're gonna want to be in that energy. And I feel like to some people, you're very irresistible. Um, and I feel like some people have a hard time figuring out how to approach you because they feel the intensity of your Eight of Wands energy. And I feel like sometimes people get out of step with you and it pisses you off. And that's when they get the lion. That's when they get the roar. You're just like, if you step out of line with me, I am that bitch. Like, I will absolutely. And I feel like your cutoff game is intense. Like, you will cut a bitch off and not say a word because they know what they did. They absolutely know what they did. And people feel that. There's something about your gifts, though, your creativity. I mean, this house is on fire. People can't help but look at your gifts. Group 4, you're very gifted, okay? And I feel like this really is going to bring in so many good things. And you're a good steward of like letting people in or not. You're really starting to get good at this. Keep on keeping on. Your fabulous energy is amazing. And I feel like you have people who are watching you. They can't help it. They can't help it. I feel like there is a truth in your presence, like a shining, look at this, look how shining this aura is. There's something powerful just about your presence. Like, you're the kind of person when you enter the room, it's noted. Like, people know you've entered the room. You're the magician. And there's so much power around you. You have enough vitality and power to really bring in a lot of change in your life. And I feel like people really enjoy you. They enjoy the buffet of you, like all of the array that's you. But the anger part is difficult. Like, it's difficult because when the lion comes out and you feel wronged or you feel like someone has betrayed you, you stand in your power and you're like, oh no, we're not going to do this, bitch. We're not going to do this. Tell me more about my group 4. We have the 9 of Wands. You are the wounded warrior. You've been through a lot. And that's what that fierceness is about. It's like, my house has been set on fire. You may have lost everything before. You may have lost family. You may have lost your home. You may have lost your sense of safety in home, family, belonging. And so you know how to shine individually. You know how to self-validate. And I feel like a lot of you guys are stepping into your power as far as really believing in your gifts and abilities. And that's really going to make a huge change in your life. I'm feeling this bottom one. We have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're rising in competition. Like, your fabulousness is going to really help you. Like, people are going to see your uniqueness. Like, you stand out. You stand out. Like, you can't pass this beautiful display. They really went all out. Like, there's flowers here. Everything is aesthetically pleasing. It's beautiful. You want to touch it because it looks yummy, but you don't want to touch it because it's so beautiful. That's what I feel here. And among competition, you stand out and people want more of it and they're drawn to it. They want to know how you did it. They want to hear your stories. They want to see you entertain. Heavy Leo vibe. You may not be a Leo, it's just what I'm feeling. Queen of Wands here. That's a fire sign. The sexiest, most charismatic feminine energy in the deck. Um, a star, born to shine kind of energy. Well, she's riding a giant lipstick. You can't miss her. You can't miss her. And we have the Four of Pentacles. And I just feel this energy of like, this Four of Pentacles feels like energy that just doesn't know how to approach. Like, I have all these Academy Awards or whatever. Am I good enough? Am I good enough to be with this Queen of Wands that's riding this giant lipstick? Am I good enough? Do I have enough? I think you make people nervous that they're not good enough, they don't have enough for you, that their offers aren't good enough. And I feel this as like, for some of you, this is future. This is the future manifestations of your fabulousness. Like, you're going to make more people nervous. You're going to make more people wonder if they can afford you or they can be good enough for you. And I feel like people overvalue how persnickety you are, how demanding you are. They're really reading you wrong, because I really feel like you're very down to earth. They read this wrong. They read this as someone who is like persnickety and uppity. But the truth is, this is caring. This is someone who cares about her guests, their guests, his guests. This is someone who cares about how they present, that they want them to feel comfortable and inviting. And they don't see that. They see, oh, this is like a Martha Stewart thing. I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to touch anything. It's too beautiful and too delicate. I might break it. It's a China doll kind of thing. And I feel like once they get past that, they're just like, oh my God, this person is so amazing. They really are so much more fabulous than I thought. They're so much more unique. Like, the talent is so real and they're so down to earth. And I feel like that's really healing for people when they're able to see past their first impressions. Because I feel like for some people, your first impressions can be, you're this fun-loving person who likes to have a good time and all this stuff. But also it can be, I feel like maybe some people think you're out of their league kind of thing. Like, there may be a class issue. Like, maybe you think you're better than people or something like that, which is not true at all. It's not true. It's a perceived issue that's not really there, because I feel like you're very down to earth. You're very down to earth. You very much are, but this is just a perception. And I feel like there are changes coming that are going to help you really transcend that. And people are going to see more of your creativity, and they're going to understand more of who you are authentically. And that distance where people are going to be like, we can't touch that buffet because it's too perfect. They're going to see, oh my gosh, they went to all this trouble to make this beautiful food and to present it. We have to taste it. We have to try it. It's amazing. It's fabulous. How can we not try this? They went through so much effort to put this out into the world. We have to. It's irresistible. So that's what I'm feeling for you, group 4. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you found this enjoyable reading, to be an enjoyable reading, and I appreciate you guys being here. If you found that this resonated for you, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical, bewitching baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.